Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Scholarship Home, where all I talk about is scholarship, how to ace it, land your scholarship of your dreams, and share the testimonies with us. If you're a returning subscriber, I welcome you back again to another day for another scholarship. But if you're a new viewer, I hope that you would enjoy your time here and not miss out on any information I share on this channel by subscribing and toggling up the notification bell. Without further ado, let's get started for today's scholarship. Today's scholarship is at the University of Toronto. I'll be considering a MasterCard Foundation based foundation partnered scholarship. So let's look at it. It's called the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship under MasterCard Scholarship Group. So what is it all about? There's a program description here. You can read it on your own. I have eligibility and applications under the second column. I have the additional information. There are stories of people who have won this scholarship, and it's for Africans. It's for Africans. You can read their stories and you can continue. So let's go ahead to check the eligibility and application. Okay, the scholars in the MasterCard Scholars Program at University of Toronto are provided with full financial assistance. You can see what it covers: travel expenses to Canada, including obtaining a passport, visa, application fees. So just in case you don't have your international passport, this scholarship is for you. It's for you. It caters for housing, course materials, health insurance, laptop, food, books, other expenses for the duration of your graduate studies. It has everything you need and can think of. Passport. So many scholarships will not allow you to apply if you don't have a passport, or will not even consider you deemed for the scholarship. But this one is telling you the fees can cover for passport. So what will you ask me? I know you might be asking, so does that mean I don't need a passport? I say no. It's also an added advantage to have your passport. However, even if you get your passport, it will be refunded to you. So let's go ahead and check out additional information and application process. This scholarship covers specific areas of study. For this next academic session, they are considering Master of Health Informatics, Master of Health Administration, Occupational, and you can see the courses there. Now, if you're within my course of study, which of course is geography, and my focus is on medical health or health geography, the most suitable one for me is occupational and environmental health, and I will vie for that. And to apply for the doctorate in public health program, please find the application form here. It's different if you're going for the doctorate. And the African Higher Education Collaborative Partners, you can just read through. There's so many people who are in partnership with this program, with 8 leading African universities, to support their efforts to train and prepare young professionals for the meaningful work of growing African health sectors. You can see this year their own focus is on the health sector. If you watch my last video, you realize that the focus of the last university, still within the MasterCard Foundation Scholarship, is on climate and sustainability. This one is focusing on health. So it's like a shared responsibility. And so with that being said, you can go ahead and check additional requirement. Here's the additional information that we need to know. Well, there is mentoring for you, a variety of mentoring sessions and all of that, advisors and administrators. You can just read all of these stories through. I would like to open one of the courses and consider it, and then leave you with opportunities to explore and make your decision. The course I will be sampling is the social and behavioral health sciences. Okay, so let's look at what does it entail. It's a Master of Philosophy in Behavioral, Social and Behavioral Health Sciences. Because it's not my course of study or my area of interest. However, I can relate with it. So now look at it. The focus of this is health promotion. It's a professional non-thesis graduate program. If that means if you're just scared of thesis, you can expect that you're not going to write a thesis here. The goal of the program is there for you to look at. And let's look at the program objectives. You can read it up on your own. I wouldn't want this video to be too long, so I'm keeping it concise. Graduates will have a thorough understanding of the social and political determinants of health and illness in Canada. However, the intention is that you return to Africa and contribute largely to it, or to her rather. Now, graduates here, career opportunities that they explore is all listed there. Now, the admission requirement or criteria, which is one thing I am keen about. Of course, you should hold an appropriate bachelor's degree or its equivalent from a recognized university with at least a mid-B average. This statement, mid-B average, is a minimum of second class lower. At the barest minimum of second class lower, a 2-2 in final year of your degree, or in the last 5 full course equivalent completed at a senior level. Then proof of English language that is required, they say we should see below. So let's go. At least one undergraduate statistics course. Now, almost all African students I have come across, those from Ghana, those from Kenya, Nigeria, of course, and a few of South Africans already offer this. I'm sure of that because I've come across a few of you. Some of you have left me comment in my private chat box. You offer elementary statistics during your undergraduate. You offer research statistics. Some of you is quantitative and qualitative statistics you offered. That's what this course is talking about. Provided you do that, you've met that requirement. There is a requirement for a minimum grade of B and content of the qualifying courses. Provided you met that requirement with at least a B. I think I had an A, man, about 79 or so. Now, entry into this program is very competitive. Just to prepare you, 1 in 10 applicants is offered admission each year. However, there are testimonies. So let's give it a trial. There's no harm in trying. International applicants. No applicant will be admitted without evidence of English language proficiency. As per the policy of the School of Graduate Studies, the following applicants do not have to provide direct supporting. Direct. They may provide direct. Now let's look at the people that are exempted. 1, a Canadian citizen who studied at a Canada university where instructions is in English or French. You wouldn't have to provide a proof. Any applicant who has obtained a qualifying undergraduate degree from an institution that is recognized by the University of Toronto and where the language of instruction and examination is uniformly English. Now, if either criteria above is satisfied, the application can be submitted without test scores. Case closed. So, if you have this second clause will apply to many African students. So if you're watching from any of the country, please let me know where you're watching from. Let me understand your plight and let me know how I can be of help when you have to issue with this language proficiency in application. Otherwise, an approved test course must be submitted at the time of application. And this, of course, must not be more than. If an applicant is required to submit proof of English language proficiency and does not include this with the application by the application deadline, the application will be considered incomplete and inadmissible. So please take note. Now, the School of Graduate Studies website also has an international degree equivalence tool that may be consulted to determine minimum admission requirement for graduates from recognized institutions outside Canada. They have an equivalence tool that we can use. And so we can consider that, but because I want to keep this video concise and short, I wouldn't be using this tool. However, if you want me to show you how to use this tool, leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know where you're watching from. That way, and of course, subscribe so that when I reply to your comment, you can see it and you can know it. That way, you will be able to put in your application timely. That being said, I want to consider the program requirements for this particular course, MPH in sociology. So you need one approved advanced research course, which is what I had explained earlier. One approved elective of course, you just need all of these courses to take and clear. There are some of them that are compulsory, and you must, of course, undertake a 16-week full-time practicum. Some places it's called internship, other places it's called attachment, but it must be 16 weeks, and usually in the summer term. Some students complete an optional 12-week full-time practicum in the winter term of their second year. Whichever your case is, go ahead and look through it. Have a read through. You can go ahead and check out the frequently asked questions. And if you have any issues, you can just put in a concern for them at their contact here, at their contact. Okay, let me highlight it for your to your advantage. There's a link here. If you click on it, it takes you to the contact page where you can contact them. Having said that, provided you put in your application, you are considered for the scholarship based on your responses. So I beg you to take time to be sincere as much as possible. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be able to be convincing. And when you're convincing enough, you sure should be one of the candidates whose testimony will be seen on this channel. And aside that, let's get to the School of Graduate Studies and look detailedly at other exemptions precisely. Let's see. Now there is this, the certificate of proficiency in English is acceptable. I'm trying to. Here are some exceptions that I would love us to consider. Normally, if applicants meet any of the following conditions, they are not required to submit proof of English, proof of proficiency in English. Please consult the graduate union to determine whether proof of will be required. So when you click on this link, you can actually write to the school and state your stand. This is what you studied. This is how you studied it. Your meaning. Will you still need it, or can it be wait for you? They'll get back to you usually within 3 to 7 working days, provided you use professional emails. If you have any questions about professional emails, please leave a comment in the comment section. If you want me to give illustrations, I will surely do that. So, or shoot a video as regards that, so that you don't miss out simply because of your email. And native language in English language, that is language. If a Canadian citizen who has studied at Canada University, where the language of instruction is French, if you are obtained admitting degree from an institution recognized in the University of Toronto, where the language of instruction and examination is usually English, is another thing. Now look at, if you've completed if you completed admitting degree in one of the following countries. Now this is my joy. My country, Nigeria, is here. So there's an exceptions for Nigerians. Of course, you can see Ghana also. I saw Ghana here. You can see South Africa. You can see Kenya. So most African countries, or quite a number of African countries are here. But even if you're from African country and you can't find your school, you can see Uganda, you can't find your school. Still, you can put in an application if you've learned the language and you can communicate in it. And let's see what. And if you have a challenge with that, let me know so that I can shoot a video on how to write a cold mail requesting for proof of proficiency language waiver based on your ability or proficiency. Now note, some applicants from the above mentioned countries or regions may be required to provide proof of English proficiency, as English is not the sole language of instruction at all universities. So even if you're from any of these countries, some of you might still be required to provide a proof. Now this proof may be a letter from your school stating you as an individual, although the school speaks French, your courses were in English, if that's the case, and they will certify it. And once it is certified by your school and you upload the proof, the University of Toronto will accept it. That being said, I think I have showed you what you need to know, a motivation for you to go ahead with your application, void of discouragement due to English language proficiency. So what are you waiting for? I'll put the link to the application in the description box, and let me know if you have a challenge. Also, let me know where you're watching from, and I hope that you can begin your application. As I bring this video to a close, let me share with you the deadline for the application. Now, the MasterCard Scholarship for the University of Toronto, the deadline is, as highlighted here, 10th December 2023. But I appeal to you, preferably, put in your application even before 4th. Put in your application even before 4th, because there is a high competition, and majority of MasterCard scholarship programs that are closing in December are closing 5th December. Please listen to this part, and I hope that you make do with the counsel. because it will help a whole lot. Do also know that application varies with courses. Application deadline varies with the courses. So, like the course we consider, let's check for the application, the deadline of that one, so you can understand me. Now, for instance, can you see that the application deadline is Wednesday, January 18, 2023 for this course? Now, you just have to check all your courses and look out for deadline within them and just ensure you apply. I hope that this video helps you better your vision and academic dream. Now, there's a quick disclaimer. There is a video I shot on how to answer the essay questions for MasterCard Scholarship for 2023-2024 session. I'll leave the link for you in the description below. Do ensure to watch to the end of that video. There is a bonus package in it. If you're lucky, one of the lucky winners, fine. Also, feel free to ask me your questions and I will not hesitate to reply. See you in the subsequent video. Ta-da!